Hey, what's going on, guys? Appreciate you stopping by. It's a beautiful day here in central Maine. It is in the lower 70s. I think temperature's gonna go up a little bit, but yeah, beautiful, beautiful day. Got some rain coming in tomorrow, which we probably could use. We had a drought most of last year, and the winter we got a lot of snow, and we've caught up on that, but we could always use a little bit of rain. And so today, I'm sure you may have heard or may not have heard about the Tyson beef plant that it was just announced that it was shutting down. This is in Joslin, Illinois, I believe. And I have not heard exactly when it's shutting down, if like they ceased operations all at once or if it's planned a little bit down the road. I have not seen those details, but I tried to do a little bit of research into it, and I didn't see a whole lot of facts and information on it. But we've heard about other facilities over the last few years, beef facilities that were shutting down, chicken facilities that were shutting down, and my understanding is Joslin, Illinois, but there's also a facility in Washington that's shutting down. And then there's another packaging plant, I think in Utah, that is shutting down or it's minimizing its operation. And what they're doing is reducing costs. If it was cost effective and they could make a profit keeping these plants open, they would. But they're trying to maintain their profit level for potentially for shareholders, and so they're cutting costs, which unfortunately means that they're cutting employees, and the impact that this will have on the beef market is questionable. And by the way, that Joslin facility has over 2,000 employees, but the beef market has been super tight. It's basically a lack of cattle. My understanding, and I'm not in the farming industry, but my understanding is that farmers, because of lower cattle numbers, which comes from drought and interest rates, getting loans and getting money to keep operations going has been more expensive, and they haven't been doing it to the level that would be needed to resupply the cattle. And because the cattle prices have been so high, farmers have been selling the cattle off rather than breeding them and getting more heads of cattle. So yeah, it's just over the last, I think it's 12 months, it happened to be Tyson also shut down a facility in Lexington, Kentucky. Now, it was Lexington, Nebraska. There is a Lexington, Kentucky, but Lexington, Nebraska. And in Amarillo, Texas, I think they did some trimming of the facility there. So they cut costs. And JBS also, I'm not real familiar with JBS. Tyson's a huge name, but JBS closed a facility in Pennsylvania. And the same reason is given in all these cases, is that there's not enough cattle. So the demand for beef is there. You hear a lot about there's a trend towards meatless meat. It's just crazy. But the demand is there. People want it, but the cattle's not there. And so the demand's there, but the supply is low, so the prices have gone up. And, they just continue to sell the cattle instead of breeding them. So, what is this going to mean, at least in the short term, with Tyson shutting down this facility that's all over the news as well as the other one? I don't think it's going to mean a whole lot. I don't think it's going to shorten the beef supply because they're going to shift that operation elsewhere to their other facilities. It's just that they had so few cattle that they couldn't keep the operation going. So they're shutting it down. I think in the long term, though, if this trend with drought, potentially disease, we hear about that quite a bit, and the interest rates, who knows what's going to happen there, if they're going to go down or go up. I can tell you right now, yesterday and today, I've been looking for a freezer because I want to stock up. We don't eat a ton of beef, although I just lit the grill behind me, and we're going to have some burgers for lunch. But we want to add another freezer, and really looking for an upright. Just a lot easier to get what you need in an upright. But we're looking for another freezer, and we want to add that to increase our food storage from a frozen food perspective. And a good amount of that would be beef, to go and look for the best deals that we can find on steak and burgers, and stock up on that. So what do you guys think about this? What have you heard? Have you heard anything different than what I've heard? Are you doing anything because of this news? Please share below. I'd really like to hear it, and I think other people would as well. We eat mostly chicken for protein, chicken and turkey. I do a lot of ground turkey. I even do turkey burgers. And I know a lot of people might go, "What, turkey burgers? You got to be kidding." But I don't find there's a huge difference in taste because I use the same seasoning. And by the way, my favorite seasoning for steak as well as burgers, whether it's turkey burgers or beef burgers, is the brand Weber Steak and Chop. I really like that. So something else. If you know of a good seasoning, share below. Let's find out what's good out there, because I like trying new seasonings. And if you got a recipe for a homemade one, throw that in the comments. Love to see it. So yeah, it's just every day it seems like there's something else, isn't there? So yeah, so that's it. I just wanted to talk a little bit about this. You may have heard, I know there's some other YouTube channels that are talking about it. It's not a positive thing, that's for sure. So we'll see what happens in the future, and if we have more closings, and what happens with the beef price. It sure isn't going to go down. So that's it. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Stay safe, take care. We'll see you next time.
So I ran from the cities and the noise and lies, found a piece of ground under open skies, hands in the dirt, sweat on my shirt, learning what living's really worth. While crooked men shake hands in rooms, selling souls to corporate suits. Society's sick, but I found the cure. A back road life, honest and pure. They can keep their throne and their golden news. This life out here's my modern exodus. I traded screens for a sunrise, calloused palms, blisters, pride, planted seeds where hope was.